All right, another week. Oh, I feel like shit. Um, I don't know. I got some kind of stomach bug, kind of thing. Um, I don't really know exactly what caused it. I think it's possible Wednesday night I went out and I had some tea and they put cream in it and I wasn't really paying attention and I drank it and I don't remember the last time I had any dairy and I think I got like super lactose intolerant to it and that was Wednesday night. So yesterday all day I was like feeling like shit and shitting and feeling sick. And then last night before bed, I hadn't eaten all day, and I was like, okay, I should eat something. So I had a meal. And then in the middle of the night, I woke up, and I actually woke up and shit myself a little bit in the middle of the night at like 4 a.m. I'm staying at the farm, this farm in Maine, and so like I'm out staying in the barn area. So in the middle of the night, like 4 a.m., I had to like go into the main house, go use the bathroom, change. And I came out, and then at like 5 in the morning, I woke up and had to puke. So then I went in there and fucking puked. And now I just feel like shit. Like I thought this was going to be temporary, but now it's like, I still feel like shit. And like, honestly, like, I don't know if I don't know why, I probably haven't commented on this because like, I tend to like emphasize like talking about emotions and feelings in these videos, but like, dude, like, I don't remember the last time I took like a normal, solid, regular old shit. So I got like something going on in my stomach. And I've been reading Bob Whitaker's Anatomy of an Epidemic, and one of the things he mentions in it is like how when you take psychiatric medications, like it affects all of your neurons. And like 95% or 99% or something of your neurons are actually in your stomach and your gut. It's like, I don't know if like going withdrawing from Lamictal caused some changes or if it was like this vegan diet I've been doing for the last year. I've wondered if it's healthy or not. I mean, I do it not for health reasons. I do it to like be good to animals, but I wonder if it's making me sick. I saw a friend of mine last night who's actually the person, well, one of the people that persuaded me to like stop eating gluten. She was suggesting I get like a food sensitivity screening done, figure out like what's going on. But like I got like some kind of stomach issues, and I don't know why I've avoided it. I think part of the idea is like because I'm traveling all the time, like I don't see like a doctor. So, but it's like weird. It's like 2017. We got all this technology, all this fancy shit. We got grocery stores with food up the ass. Yeah, like we don't know what to eat. Like how do we not know what to eat to be healthy? So I don't know. Maybe that's something I got to figure out. And I'm getting nervous about going off of Seroquel. You know, the more I've been reading about withdrawals. I mean, going off Lamictal was fine. But I'm nervous about going off Seroquel. I'm seeing my doctor in a couple weeks. I think 2 weeks, and I'll be discussing that process. I don't know. I don't feel good. My mood's been all right. You know, I ran another one of those workshops on school sucks, and nobody showed up. So that's like making me rethink things. I thought I was like building up momentum. Like I had 0 people, and then I had 2 people. I was like expecting a bunch of people, and I had 0. So I don't know what to think of that. And um, I mean, overall, like things are pretty good. Work's been all right. You know, it's been like kind of steady. Like nothing big, nothing. I do need to get like a new big project or two. Would be nice. Make a little money. Um, I'm feeling sick. Sick. Um, yeah, I was thinking, I'll comment on this, whatever. It's like mental health related. So, all this stuff about like all these people in Hollywood being like sexual deviants is coming out in the news, and like Louis C.K. that just blew up in the news that he's like a handful of times like jerked off in front of people, and yeah, that stuff happened like 15 years ago, and it's like creeping up on him. And sometimes it makes me think like about things that I did when I was younger. Not that I like jerked off in front of colleagues or anything, but Like, there was the time that I stripped naked in public and started screaming and stuff in the streets in San Diego, and like, I don't know, that happened in 2010, 2012. I don't know. Like, I think I'm like a whole different person than I was then, and so I think about some of these people. Like, I don't know, not to like. I think Kevin Spacey's getting shit for some stuff he did in like the 80s. You know, Bill Cosby. Like, I don't even know. He might be going to jail for some shit he did in like the 70s and 80s. And you're like, damn, like, these people might be totally different people now. This is like 20, 30 years later. Like, maybe they're like, they feel bad, they're remorseful, they're over and all this now. So I'm like, thinking about some of these things, because like, as I go on doing like more stuff in education and comedy and all that, if I start to build notoriety or fame, there's like a little fear of success. Like, you come out and then like, what happens if somebody that you weren't good to like comes out and like starts, you know, not that I've ever raped anybody or anything like that, but you just kind of wonder, like, I wasn't like the nicest guy in the world to everybody in my life. Like, I think I was kind of a jerk to people, probably like very flippant and dismissive and making a joke of everything and probably insulting to people. Not like super proud of my whole, not that I'm an evildoer or that I ever was, but like, I don't know, I suppose you grow up and you get better. I like to think that I've grown up. Ugh. But I don't know, this mental health stuff, and it's got me thinking, like, oh, like, I'm a totally different person than I was. You know, we're like coming up on a 10-year. I just passed like 9 years since my first hospitalization, and I'm like, kind of thinking, I'm like, well, if I get off medications and like I'm fine, then that means like either I'm the first person to ever be cured of bipolar disorder, or it means I never actually had it, and I've like kind of lived like I had this thing, which I don't know that I really believe in. Like, so it's like really like kind of shifting to your identity, like in a big way of, I don't know. That's fine. That's enough for this week.